Hello, hello, welcome to the stream again. We haven't seen each other in a long time, have we? As you can see, I got a new haircut. Looks not that great, but nonetheless, we have it. So, yeah. Good to see all the familiar faces. Hi, Tyrant Solo, Socialist Republic of Vietnam. All the good old guys. I hope not regulars here. Hey, there he is. Hey, not regular. Hey, guys, nice to meet you. Well, not meet you, but see you again. So yeah, for those of you that don't know, I haven't been posting it much recently because I've been on a trip in America for the last 2 or so weeks. And in a couple of days, I'll be going to Israel. So yeah, I visited Israel, so you didn't have to. It's going to come soon. Alongside with a mystery Middle Eastern country as well. So stick to see that. But yeah, just as usual, same rules apply. One super chat equals one drink. Hey, Crypipe Sanders here as well. Hey, nice to see ya. Hey. Hi, Cactus as well. So yeah. Other than that, of course, I'll be answering questions as you want. And I figured it would also be a good time to discuss some Balkan politics because there has been some interesting stuff going on between Serbia and Kosovo recently. So I thought it would be fun to discuss that. And if you have any other topics regarding, political happenings in the Balkans as well, make sure to stay them and we'll look into them. But yeah, Romanian politics are just a bunch of old men shouting at each other. I don't doubt it. They're not the most interesting of ones, are they? Romania doesn't have the most interesting political systems. You know, something goes wrong and then it's like, the Hungarians are to blame. There's like some talks going back and forth and then things return to normal. So yeah. Let's see. Are you planning to wear shaikacha in Israel? Yes, of course. Why not? Nothing better. Well, might as well. I mean, if they can wear their own hats over there, I can wear mine, you know? So, might as well. Istanbul is Constantinople. Yes. Let's see. Oh yeah, Sony isn't here this time. She's out at a festival, so I'll be doing this stream by myself. So, I apologize if you were looking to hear from her. She'll be on next time, so yeah. Are you able to do an alright Australian accent? No, absolutely not. I still struggle doing a American accent, so yeah. I'm running a class on, wait, let's see. Gogo1237 says, I'm running a class on the Kosovo War and if Serbia and Kosovo will ever get along. Any thoughts? Yes! That's what I wish to discuss today. Let's get right into it, more or less. So recently, there has been basically a procured deal between the two that may or may not go through. My thing. Oh no, here we go again. Darren Solo, thank you for the donation. He says, better get you drunk quickly so we have controversy. Why not? I mean, that's the point of these streams, are they not? So, thank you for the super chat. But first and foremost, let's see with you guys. How many of you are versed well with, How many of you are versed well with the Kosovo issue? So, you can ask on the poll and let's see. So I just know how in depth in depth I shouldn't go, not in debt. I'm already in debt. Let's see. Yes. 57 say yes. Let's see. Make a video about occupation 1968 of Czechoslovakia. That year will be 55 anniversary. Why not? I mean, we've already been making a bunch of videos about the fall of communism, so might as well continue the pattern. Antisemitic says, nice name by the way, thoughts on Croatia being Polish migrants from the 8th, 9th century AD. Well, what evidence do you have about that? Listen, I gotta talk about this. I know I'm not nearly as wrong to talk about this issue, but I really find amusing how every single Slav group claims that they are actually the original Slavs and every other Slavs came from them. This goes from the Croats, the Serbs, Poles, Russians. Everyone claims like they're original, even though there was this proto-Slavic tribe that existed on the territory of what is now Poland and Germany, basically East Germany around Dresden. And they migrated into the east, south, and center. So everyone came from them. There isn't really like Poles are the originals or whoever. I don't know if it's a troll, but yeah, it's one thing that kind of annoys me about all these Slavs, especially have like my family who are a bit, quite, well not a bit, but they're quite nationalistic, and they claim that every single people group came from the Serbs. Like, it's insane for me, but yeah. Serbians migrated from Russia. No, well, that's what some Albanians claim. But I see we're at 50-50 regarding the Kosovo verse issue. Well, that's fine. Romanian and Hungarian politics fought a while ago. Oh no, here's not regular. You have to catch up with my hangover. Oh no, are you hungover? Oh man, cheers. Well, good thing I got you the Twinkies like you asked. Oh, so not regular and I hang out on a daily basis, but I gotta tell you this funny story. So I was in America, right? And not regular asked me to get him Twinkies. And I was like, sure, whatever. American foods, let me get them that. So I go to Walmart, this huge ass store in America, and I can't find the Twinkies anywhere because it's so goddamn big. So I go to one of the store workers and I ask for Twinkies, and it's like this Mexican dude, and I ask him, hey, where are the Twinkies? He's like, no hablo inglés. Talk Julia. He like shows me to go to talk to another woman, and I'm like, okay, fine. I go talk to her. I'm like, hi, excuse me, can you tell me where your finest Twinkies are? And she also starts not talking English because of course she's also like Mexican migrant as well, and she's like, oh, only Spanish. So I try speaking Spanish to her, but I start speaking Romanian. So instead of saying "Donde está la Twinkies," I go "Unde este Twinkies?" And she just looks at me like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Also, Crackpipe Xander, hey, nice to see you. Liver cryosis time, hell yeah. Thanks for the super chat. So yeah, I am becoming very Romanian at this point. But okay, we've had that poll, so we're gonna end it. Let's see, what other questions do we have? So no, 50% said no. Okay, so we're at 50-50 more or less. Be careful when you call for a taxi. Hand gesture in Israel might be better to use a thumbs up or by phone. What's the deal with that? Oh. You almost got me. I was gonna do it, but okay. So let's see. What else do we have? Can you create the forgotten languages of the Balkans? Yeah, I was actually thinking about making a language video either way, so that'll come sooner or later. Algerian Octopus asks, can you create the forgotten... I just answered that. Please don't spam. I still haven't figured out how to work the chat stream. Do you know how... Wait. One Cardboard Box 98 asks, did you know that more American stuff and foods are coming to Romania? Yeah, I've actually seen Reese's Cups here, which was quite surprising. And nowhere else in Europe have I seen them. So yeah, that was quite interesting to see. Make a video about Balkan monarchist restoration. But yeah, okay. So Kosovo, that's what we all wanted to talk about. So Kosovo. Now, for those of you that don't know, Serbia and Kosovo had a very bloody war between 1998 and 1999. Now that whole thing is complicated. Essentially, what happened was Kosovo declared independence in 2008, which was seen as... which was a unilateral secession. Basically, they were the ones who proclaimed it, and half the world recognized them, mainly the West, while the East and third world countries mainly didn't recognize Kosovo. So at the moment, there's slightly less recognized Goddamn, my English is just not working today. Ever since I came back, I'm just not being able to work. I don't know if it's the alcohol. I only had like 3 sips, but okay. So, more countries in the world in the UN do not recognize Kosovo than they actually do. Now, ever since 2008, basically, Kosovo has been stuck in a frozen conflict between Serbia and itself, with the West mostly propping up Kosovo, but still kind of like being because they realized it's more shit that they're able to handle. But yeah, so basically for years, these two parties have been like ethnic tensions. War is gonna break out. Is it? Is it not? It didn't. And recently with the Ukraine war, what happened was because Serbia was being a very naughty puppy and kind of playing with the idea that they're gonna side with Russia. They were given an ultimatum, and I'll talk to that. So, okay, also thank you to Mazda. My country's currency sucks. It's just $1 or $2. What is that? Like 20 million? No, 20,000. God damn. Thank you for the super chat. And I already spelt it. God damn. What do you think of Romanian, by the way? Great language. Oop. Just a moment. So, yeah, Serbia was given an ultimatum because one of the biggest hurdles between the Kosovo-Serbia relations has been Serbia, because a lot of the eastern countries, such as Russia, China, and their basically power blocks, do not recognize it. And because they do not recognize it, they do not allow Kosovo in the UN, which has been a headache because they've been using Kosovo as a scapegoat when it comes to the breakaway provinces in Ukraine. And because Serbia has jumped on that, asking the West why do they not recognize the breakaway provinces in Ukraine and they recognize Kosovo, it has been a very bad look for all of them, and they look to basically solve the Serbia and Kosovo conflict so that Serbia can finally align themselves with the West and they can handle the Russian issue properly. Therefore, there has been an ultimatum that was given to Serbia regarding Kosovo's recognition and basically solving the relations between the two. Tyrant Solo says, what country do you personally think was punished the most after World War I? Well, what do you think? I think I would say Germany. Germany was severely punished. I know Hungary lost like 70% of its land, but Germany got dicked in the Treaty of Versailles. Varnabal Mapping says Bulgarians rise up. Cheers, man. Janos, would you consider making a VTuber model for your channel? OC girl, sorry, I don't know her name. Her name's Elizabeth, and thank you for the donation, Red Hussar. Fun fact, I actually have a VTuber model, but I haven't really used it because I'm not a fan. A fan made it for me, but I just didn't see, where to use it that much. When I used it in a couple of videos, people didn't have a positive reaction, so I figured just sticking with the PNG models, so yeah. Shock Schlop says, Treaty of Versailles was justified. I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying it was an extremely brutal treaty for Germany, and that was kind of the reason why World War II escalated and why we had a lovely Austrian painter rise to power, Same reason if we want to discuss World War I, I think World War I treaties were just horrible all around, and that they created basically tension throughout interwar Europe, which made World War II a shit show. And that's my opinion, but yeah. Let's see. Flashback. Opinion on the whole Macedonia issue from all perspective, Greek, Bulgarian. I don't know, man. I just think all of it is sort of silly, and I just take it as that because who frankly cares? Not me. But as I was talking, so Serbia was given an ultimatum regarding the Kosovo issue. Now, the ultimatum basically says that they need to get, well, solve their relations and basically accept the deal that Germany and France have proposed. Otherwise, all foreign investments will be pulled out of Serbia. They will be kicked out of the visa-free regime, and no more further investments will be made, alongside with other sanctions. And this isn't like something that will happen. It's a promise if they do not. So basically, an ultimatum. Regarding this, there have been basically negotiations going on. I think there was like a big negotiation going on February 27th. Well, not 27th. Vucic came out, the president of Serbia came out on the 27th to say what actually happened in Brussels, because they had a whole thing. And the German-French proposal has been published, and we'll discuss that today as well. Also, cheers from Greece, my fellow war criminal. Hey, cheers. Wait, Hippocrates Marigoklas. Cheers, man. Do you know? Oh wait. Okay, shit, man. I'll read it. Stop spamming. God. Iveta Yifikova. Did you know famous 1960s Czechoslovakia and split her name in Marta Kubisheva at the time Yugoslavia? I had no idea, and I don't know. Let's see. What do you think about Yugoslavia? What do you think about Macedonia getting independence without any fight? I think that Macedonia got independence because Serbia got beaten so hard that it could not afford another war, basically. Serbian ultimatums never go well. Hey, I'm already getting hit. Yeah, that's a good observation, not regular. Cheers, man. So, the ultimatum was... just a moment, and we can go over it. So, I have it up here on screen. I hope you can see it. But yeah, so let me just put on some lovely sneakers because my feet are cold. Cold feet. Don't worry, I'm still gonna be reading the chat. Please stop, say, listen. That's so annoying. I don't think I will. I don't think I will. Crack by Xander. What he's sipping on though? Oh, cheers, man. Also, it's Ursus Specialitat Retro Carpathian. I'm not sponsored by them, but pretty good beer, not gonna lie. Pretty good. Cheers, man. So, basically, the proposal states as following: Kosovo and Serbia shall develop normal, good neighborly relations with each other based on equal rights. There was also within this that they are supposed to recognize each other's symbols, flags, everything else, which was fine. Then Article 2 stated Kosovo and Serbia will be guided by their mutual aspirations to become EU members. Alongside this, they also stated that Kosovo and Serbia are not to block each other from accessing the EU or create a campaign to make other countries block them from accessing either. Which is also interesting. Also, I want to say that this deal was also accepted by all EU countries to continue on the negotiating table. Even all the countries in the EU that do not recognize Kosovo, which includes Spain, Romania, Slovakia, Greece. Am I missing someone? I think that's about it. I wish Hungary was there, but no, they don't want to do that yet. Hey, Tyrant Soul, member for 2 months. Hey, Magyar Föld, only using this so everyone else sees it. God damn it. Cheers, man. Socialist Republic of Vietnam says neighborly relations in the Balkans is literally the opposite of good relations. Basically. Do you support the free and democratic referendum on the Czech annexation of Kralovic? I have no idea what that is, but goddamn. Okay, man. Wait, we gotta chill down with the spams. You know, I get it, but we gotta. Spammers are not based. Yeah, I'm sorry. Also, oh goddamn, not regular and Xander are teaming up again. Wait. This is one. No, Ardell has always been and always will be a Romanian. Cheers again. As you can see, we're already getting in a Balkan fight between the members. But continuing, there has also been, well, there's basically 10 articles, or 12, doesn't matter. Same shit. But Article 3 has said, in conformity with the SAA, Stabilization and Association Agreement signed by both parties, Kosovo and Serbia shall settle any disputes between them exclusively by peaceful means and refrain from the threat of using force. They reaffirmed in inviolability now and in the future of the frontier boundary existing between them and undertake full respect for each other's territorial integrity. So, what this means essentially, oh god, and I remember, my god, as soon as I start reading about Kosovo, you guys go wild. Cheers. Dread who's too many sips all at once. Okay, there you go, Xander. Tag teaming your liver. Yes, you are. Okay, so this refers to basically whenever shit escalates between Serbia and Kosovo, Serbia sends out their military to the border, and everyone's like, is there going to be a war? Is there going to be a war? So, upon signing this, there's no more of this at all. Nothing. Then Article 4 says, Kosovo and Serbia proceed the assumption that neither of the two parties can represent the other in the international sphere, not act on its behalf. God damn it. Why are you doing this, not regular? Cheers, man. But yeah, so this basically stands so that Serbia cannot claim to represent Kosovo in the UN at all, because Serbia acts as Kosovo is its own province. And then so that's basically de facto this article, not just article, but de facto this agreement is making Serbia recognize Kosovo without actually doing that. Because if they sign it, they do not have to publicly recognize it. Even though de facto they are acting as its own country, which is just, I don't know, weird, but you know, people, semantics, honor, face, whatever. I see a donation. Wait. Transylvania is proud Bhutanese province. Yes, it is. Cheers. Listen, did you know that the person who invented what is it? He invented the study of my god, the beer's already hitting me. Why are you doing this to my poor little liver? The person who invented Tibetan studies was actually Hungarian, because he was trying to prove that Hungary, well, the Hungarian language came from Asia. So he went to Tibet and he didn't find that out, but he created like this entire extensive study of the Tibetan language and Tibetan culture, trying to prove that Tibetan was actually Hungarian in a sort. Well, that Hungarian came from Tibetan, so the more you know. Anyways, okay, we're back at the article. Let me just pull it up and I can read. So, Tyrant Solar, RD, Mojok Food now and forever. God damn it. Why are we doing this? Do you guys want to learn about Kosovo or not? Is this I don't know anymore. Cheers and thank you for the donation. Okay, but Article 6 stated that Kosovo and Serbs proceed on the mutual respect of each other's parties' jurisdiction. Again, that's basically like recognition without recognition. Which, it's not subtle at all, but they're still going with it, which isn't a surprise considering the West recognizes Kosovo. But yeah, it's basically putting a gun to the head of Serbs and saying, recognize it. So yeah. Let's see. Hey, please put the link of the article in the comments. I can't find it anywhere. Okay, sure. Here, I'll put it up. So if you want to read up on the article, now this isn't the most up-to-date one, but it's the one that I could find right now. Nem, or we will invade Budapest again. God damn. Cheers. Okay. No. No. Listen. So yeah, like I said, they're basically again de facto recognizing the place. Now let's go. I'll finish this up and I'll start commenting more about it. Okay. Um, Now, Kosovo and Serbia, Article 7 says, Kosovo and Serbia declare their readiness to regulate practical and humanitarian questions in the process of normalization of their relations. They shall conclude agreements with view to develop and promoting on the basis of present treaty, blah, 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 mutual benefit, cooperation, basically working together on economics, science, technology, culture, whatever. No one cares about that. Who cares about it? Not me, that's for sure. We have what do we say here? Article 8. Kosovo and Serbia shall exchange permanent missions. They shall be established at the respective government seats. Basically, again, it's creating embassies. Now, they don't have to call it embassies, but it's creating embassies. Which, again, I find so interesting because they're not using direct wording, but they're not being subtle either. Everyone knows what they're talking about. And Article 9 says Kosovo and Serbia agree that the present treaty shall not affect the bilateral and multilateral international treaties and agreements already concluded by them or relating to them. So I guess it's basically annulling everything else, and this is the de facto one, which I don't know, man. I don't know. You push. There was more, but yeah, that's basically it. Now, let me go back to my regular setup. Whew. Okay. We good? I think we're good. Yeah. Let's see. So yes. Wait. Let me read. Mahir Al-Rashi, or however. So how is Kosovo issue right now? So that's what I want to talk about. So right now, there are negotiations. So both parties went to Brussels to basically get this written out to them and start negotiating on that. Both have agreed that from now on this is going to be based on what they are going to negotiate on, but it does not mean that they have to accept the deal as is. So they will be changing the deal right now. There was also another deal that Serbia has to basically allow Kosovo into the UN, not veto it, but not just not say anything. That was it. Which the president of Serbia commented on and said he is against and he will not sign a deal as is if it has that. But we'll see how that will go. So they have another meeting set up in March 18th, I believe, where they will discuss that. But before all of that, one of the main things that why Serbia doesn't want to continue discussions is because with the Brussels agreement that I don't know when it happened, I think in 2013 or so, basically the Kosovo prime minister at the time signed that Kosovo will create the Union of Serbian Municipalities, which will basically give Serbs in Kosovo autonomy. You really need a moderator. Yeah. Well, you see, Sonia would be here and she would do that, but fortunately not. What do you think about the ethnic conflict that happened in Northern Ireland? Listen, we're talking about Kosovo, not Northern Ireland. Goddamn. Listen, if you guys cannot spam, that would be great. But let me see. If we can make toggle. I don't know. Whole Europe is Albania. Yes, it is. Okay. I'll just continue talking as if nothing's going on. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. But yeah, so what's going on at the moment is that the current Prime Minister of Kosovo, Albin Kurti, has been against implementing that. And he claims that it does not apply to Kosovo right now because a previous government signed that agreement and it's not them, which is just complete bullshit, frankly. He even claims that the other government was criminal, which I just find crazy that he can pick and choose what he wants to do with that. And now both the US and Europe are trying to put pressure on him so that he does what he basically signed, what Kosovo signed to do before talks can go on. Now, in my professional opinion, I'll have you answer that. Do you think that Serbia will sign this deal? Well, not as is, but that Serbia will basically de facto recognize Kosovo. Here, you can answer in a poll, and we'll talk regarding that. Because in my opinion, I think it is very likely, because sanctions are basically going to be almost as bad as the Russian sanctions, but Serbia isn't as big as Russia, nor it is basically surrounded by NATO. We have a 66% of no, huh? Where church bells sirens ring in Kosovo last year in North Mitrovica? I wouldn't know, honestly. What will be your next video? History of Bosnia, actually. I'm gonna make that. We have no, 66% of no. Wow. I'm kind of surprised, guys. I think that they're going to sign, not as is. I think they're gonna modify it, but I think nonetheless they're gonna sign. So that's gonna be interesting. Opinion on Guinea-Bissau declaring war on Serbia. Did they? I don't think they did. What's the mine to explosion ratio in Bosnia? Not that high. Not that high, I'll tell you. But yeah. So 57 no. Yeah, I'm not sure where this is gonna go, but oof. I think they will basically recognize it, because they're trying to put Ukraine in the EU as well. And one of the biggest hurdles of that is basically the EU ignoring the Western Balkans, not just Serbia, but Macedonia, Albania, Montenegro as well. And I think Serbia has been in it for the longest, and they have opened up the most articles for that. But if they don't go in, I think that's going to be creating a very bad image for the EU as a whole. But we'll see. May you talk about the different regions of Serbia? Sure, we can. Why not? Serbian here. Hello. Opinion on Republican Serbs' independence or unification with Serbia. So, I really don't want to comment that much about the Balkan War, because it's extremely complicated and quite polarizing regarding the entire thing. Let me see if I can come back into... Yeah. So the entire Balkan War, well, not Balkan, but Yugoslav War, is extremely polarizing, and I feel that I might not be the best person to talk it with my own biases, because no matter how you look at it, everyone's gonna have something to say about it. So, regarding the Bosnians, I don't know if people are allowed to vote who they want to be with. I think they should be allowed to do the same. But then again, if you do that, you open up a very bad precedent based on ethnicity, but maybe you should do that. I don't know. If Republika Srpska is to be a part of Serbia, who is to say that Kosovo shouldn't be a part of Albania? Because again, majority of the population. And again, both of the populations became a majority through ethnic cleansing, but, you know. Serbia is growing 6% a year. Croatia is shrinking 0.2 a year. Why would Serbs want the EU? Where are they growing? Well, what do you mean about that? If you look at the economy, that's not the case. By basically, what is it? By population, that's definitely not the case. All the countries in the Balkans are on decline. And economy-wise, Serbia's last year's economic growth was at 2%. Croatia, I'll give you this. Croatia is very seasonal, but Croatia's economic rate is still larger than Serbia's at the moment. But Croatia's unemployment rate varies a whole lot from Serbia because it depends on tourism. Like 25% of Croatia's economy is based on tourism. So there's that. What do you think about Operation Storm? I mean, again, it was basically part of the Yugoslav wars. What can I say? Ethnic cleansing at the end. I can talk more in depth to it. So Operation Storm, for those of you that don't know, was a joint operation between Bosnia and Croatia that basically teamed up on the Serbs in the war and kicked out, I think, over 250,000 of them from the territories of Croatian Krajina, who then had to flee into Bosnia and later on into Serbia. Now, with this said, I think that the Serbs not so one thing that's very important with the with the Yugoslav wars is to know that Serbs in Serbia and Serbs in Bosnia aren't the same thing. Serbs in Serbia, aka Yugoslavia, provided support to the ones in Bosnia, but they did not control them. So in a lot of sense, the Bosnian Serbs, they acted on their own. Even though, like Milosevic, for an example, the Serbian president at the time, was against some of the things that they were doing, and he was telling them not to do that. For example, like several of the siege of Sarajevo was a great example of that. He was against the length of it, he was against of the brutality of it, but they were still doing it. And other instances, Srebrenica as well. So basically, I just think the Bosnian Serbs that were involved in the war, they had horrible PR based on what they were doing. So, you know. Stefan Tanascu, Pentru niste Silva Neag. I have no idea what that means, but thanks. Cheers. And we're done with Work Can already. Does Serbia have a declining population? Yes. Serbia has a very declining population here. I think I can bring it up, if anything. We can look at that. Why not? So here's Serbia's population. So as you can see, at its height, that was 1993. At what was it? 7.7 million. Croatia 4.6. But all of the Bosnian countries, well, not Bosnian, all the Balkan countries have been in decline. Both Croatia, Bosnia, and Serbia. Now, this thing here is basically the Yugoslav war, the Bosnian war. Half of Bosnia's population was displaced in the war, and you can see that dip here, many of which went to the west. Some of them immigrated there permanently. When they came back, you can see them coming back here and basically all that. Croatia as well has been on a rough decline, especially since they joined Schengen. So the more you know. Oop. Wait. Time for a second cannon. God damn it, not a regular. But yeah, so all of these countries are on a decline, and that has not been going well for them. So no, a lot of it has to do with the economy. Birth rates as well are low, but that's kind of the situation throughout the entirety of Europe. But yeah. Also, I forgot to take a sip. Cheers. But yeah, Romania GDP is $16,000, and last year it was $14,000. Romania isn't really going down. Romania's population is going down. However, its GDP is going up. And one thing I really find interesting is when people talk about how Balkan countries are worse off now than during communism. That's not the case. Because their populations were very higher then, and their GDP and GDP per capita was way lower. But now, their populations are going down, yet their GDP per capita is growing, which means there's more wealth per individual citizen than there has ever been. Of course, things aren't ideal, but it's much better than it actually used to be. So, yeah. Thoughts on Arkan. So, Arkan is one of the more infamous characters in Serbian history. Well, I guess Yugoslav history as well, because he was this warlord during the Yugoslav wars who, at the same time was a criminal, a huge criminal, a war profiteer, war criminal as well. He was also married to one of Serbia's biggest pop stars as well, which is just fascinating. He got assassinated, I believe, in 2003, or yeah, 2003. He got assassinated. Yeah. But yeah, he committed some war crimes. He also, before the war, he went to the West to do crimes like basically, was it bank heists? He would steal cars, bring it all back to Serbia. So a very, very interesting character to say the least. Not the best guy in the world, but interesting nonetheless. Teta, yeah, that's the name of the pop star. Let's see. Arkan is a Croatian folk name. Well, yeah, but I mean, this is the Arkan we're talking about, the Serbian Arkan. Oh, also Sonia came back from her festival. Do you want to say hi? Hi, Sonia.
Hi.
There you go. But yeah, Arkan was a heist guy in Amsterdam in EU. Yeah, basically. That's what he did before the war. During the war, he was very much involved in the happenings in, well, I think Croatia and then in Kosovo as well. He had this, here, I'll show you. Just a moment, Arkan. Here you go. So Arkan, I still struggle operating this software a whole lot. So his troop was known as the Arkan and his Tigers. Yeah, well, I don't know if you can see that well here, but yeah, so Arkan and his Tigers, basically. Let me just open it up. Yeah. So this was him, and their mascot was a tiger, and he actually got like a baby tiger, a cub, to be a mascot for his troop in the war. And this cub was actually used in a bunch of, well, not a bunch, but in a couple of videos from his wife, well, the pop star. So if you look up at some of like Tsetsa's older music videos, you'll see her with the cub. So I just find that, I don't know, interesting as hell. What else? What do you think of the future relations between Serbia and Bulgaria? We'll be considering our rather complicated past. Pozdrav od Bulgaria. I think they're gonna be on a rise. All in all, I mean, huh? What? Hi. Yeah, I think they're going to be on a rise, especially when Serbia eventually joins the EU. I think Serbs and Bulgarians have more in common than not, and I just think that the independence from the Ottomans was like a shit show just in general, so yeah. Let's see. Will you do a video about Yugoslav war music? Fun fact, I actually did a video about that, but it got copyright striked. But you can still view it if you join the Discord. It's a pinned post, so you can just go there and yeah, if you do that, you can see the video over there. Do you live in Serbia? No, I live in Romania at the moment. Let's see, what other comments do we have here? Oh my! Oh, thank you for the super chat, man. God damn, that's whew, that's a lot. Cheers. What? What do you, huh? Do you want to help?
Yeah.
What do you want to do? What, be on the computer? Well, you can go on the phone here. Sonia's back, and she had a fun outing, so you can talk with me as well if you want. You know, if you want, you can go over there and sit, and you can read from the computer. Just go around the camera if you don't want to be seen. So yeah, Dodikor Rashko. Listen, I don't know anyone else in Bosnian politics other than Dodik, so yeah. What do you think about the Croatian Party of Justice? No idea who they are. I'm sorry, but no idea. I believe it or not, at the moment I only follow the politics of the U.S., Serbia, Romania, and Hungary. That's about it. So yeah. Why do you want to move to Hungary and not Western Europe? because Western Europe sucks, man. Listen, I think let's have a real talk. So, who's your favorite tyrant? Mine would be Caligula. Well, what's his name? The guy Saddam Hussein. Hell yeah. No, but listen. So I think this is an interesting question about asking why not move to the West, but well, why move to the West rather than Hungary? I think that the Balkans have come a long way since what they have been, and if you want to have a decent life here with all the amenities that are humanly possible, you can. And if you want to have a good salary as well, you can do it, especially with everything being online now. And with that being said, I don't really enjoy Western culture as much as I enjoy my own culture, that being from the Balkans. Therefore, I don't see a reason to go there. A lot of people go there to the West because of money. I've been living in America. Well, I lived in America for 9 years, and I didn't really see a reason to stay there. Like, okay, you can get money, but life isn't as enjoyable as it is in the Balkans. And even though you get a bit less money here, I think it is way more enjoyable here than over there. And also, if you stay here and spend your money, you're also developing the country and making it even better. So that's my opinion. So I'd rather stay here in the Balkans, be it Serbia, Romania, or Hungary, or wherever, and develop it as it grows. And yeah. Opinion on overthrow of Milosevic in 2000. I think that was a great. I think Milosevic was a bad ruler. I'm sorry for all the Milosevic fans, but I think he did really dumb and nationalistic decisions, and that the entire war in the in the 90s could have been avoided, or at least could have been, what's the word? Well, just way less brutal, and maybe Kosovo could have been salvaged in some sense. Hey, Evangelist crew, nice to see you, Dad. Nice to see you, man. God, why did you say Dad? Balkans are fun, yeah. Why did you move to Romania even though you want to go to Hungary? Is life simpler here or something? I read your question, no need to spam. I'm sorry, man. No need to spam at all.
Can I help?
Sure. Do you want to talk? Yeah? Huh? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Did you drink a whole lot, or?
Did you?
Huh? No, I only had like one beer can and started another one. But yeah, Romania, I mean, I was in Romania for a while before I moved here, and I really liked it, so I decided to come here. Plus, Sonia lived here, so yeah, we moved in together, and I really enjoyed here. Will you go to Hungary to visit some towns? Yes, I am planning a travel series on Hungary, so we'll have more towns coming soon. Are Croats Aryans? I don't know, you tell me. Hungary, new capital for the world. Yeah, why not? Why not? Budapest is a great place either way. It's a perfect blend of the most chaotic energy and the most posh at the same time. So if you want to see some really wretched shit, you can go to Budapest. But if you only want to see high class as well, you can go to Budapest too. It's a mix of both, and I think it's great. What Balkan country is your favorite? Romania. I've said this a whole lot of times, but I think Romania has everything that you want from a Balkan country. I think the more Balkan country, if anything, would be Bosnia. I think that's also a really great example of like just ridiculousness. But yeah, Romania.
Aww.
Magyar gaming, hell yeah. Not regular. He did not drink enough. We can fix that. Oh no. I can feel it coming up. Wait. That's not how it works. Drink more. God damn it. I hope you all three are happy now. My poor liver. So, Antisemitic says, so basically Budapest is like most other European capitals. No. Here's how not. So Budapest is this extremely beautiful city, but it's not super touristy at all. It's very much inhabited by the locals. Prices are still decent. They've gone up now, but it's very much made for the people who live there. But at the same time, you also have this chaotic energy of just basically crackheads going out. Like I have a favorite page on Instagram called Budapest Hair, which is basically some guy going out on the streets and taking random photos of people who have weird hairstyles, and it just captures Budapest. Budapest's, God damn it, I'm not working well today. Budapest's character really really well, because you will see people with weird haircuts, you will see crackheads, you will see people having mental breakdowns, you will just see a whole lot of people with very unique styles and ways of life. Also, cheers, not regular.
Not regular.
And yes, you are. How was the USA? It was fine.
How's the USA? Where?
What where? Do you want me to talk about it? So yeah, I went to the USA to basically meet Sonia's family and Sonia to meet mine. We had a good time. We went to both Wisconsin and Minnesota. Not the best time of year to go there due to all the snow, but also I had the Chick-fil-A for the first time, and it was one of the best fast foods I've ever had. So good stuff. Why beer, not rakia? Represent, man. Listen. That's my comment on that. Thoughts on the 2001 Macedonian War, Albanian insurgency. Yes. So, one of the forgotten wars of the Yugoslav wars has been the Macedonian War, where they fought against Albanians. Basically, after Kosovo was propped up by the US in the West, a lot of Albanians within Macedonia, who are, I think, at 30%, had a rebellion against... You okay, Sonia? They had a rebellion against the Macedonians where they wanted independence or to become a part of Albania as well. So there was this very brief time where both clashed. So basically Macedonians and Albanians at war were... And Albanians uprising were at war. You okay? She was taking out some glasses, just an FYI, that's all. But yeah, and things ended up by them getting autonomy and more representation. I think there was like a deal garnered by the West. Something happened. I'm not very well versed into it, so I can't comment too much about it, but those are basically the basics. Let's see. How's your Hungarian passport and citizenship coming along? I got my passport and waiting for my daughter's citizenship and passport. Cheers, PS got citizenship from 2014. So, I applied this summer. I was supposed to get it in February, but I have still not received anything yet. I'm still waiting on an email or something. You can wait up to like 12 months. 6 months have passed. We're in the month 7th of waiting for it, so hopefully this month, if not maybe next month, but hopefully not by the end of the year, but by summer. I don't know, maybe there's more people who applied for it. I haven't sent an email, but after a couple months I'll probably will see what's going on. But yeah, after I get it, I will make a video about it. Don't worry about it. So let's see. Thoughts on Albania. Listen, I've talked about Albania a whole lot in other lives. Enough is enough. Wow, a nationalist or regionalist, I guess, who puts his money where his mouth is by staying in the Balkans. My commendations to you, good sir. Thank you, man. No said by Patricus Fortasius. Yeah. But yeah, I think that one of the biggest ways to solve basically Balkan poverty is if the people who went to the West, like Western Europe, the US, came back with the capital they earned in the Balkans and started up businesses, I think that we could make the Balkans a much better place by basically reinvesting that money, and a bigger cash flow is going to garner better economic situation, which is gonna I just like how I'm talking about these serious stuff while sort of semi-drunk. It's great. But yeah, if we garner more capital here, we can make a better situation for all of us. So yeah, and I because of that belief, I came back. I could have stayed in America. I wanted to go to the military actually, but I came back to do that because that's my philosophy. Now, I could have stayed in Serbia, but the thing is, I'm not the biggest fan of like all Serbian cities. So I would have either way went to Hungary or Romania, regardless. And hopefully I can stay here. I might go out of the country a bit for a while, but my plan is to definitely return to either one of the three again for permanently. So yeah. And I do implore everyone who is from the Balkans or who is from the Balkans who lives here or who lives abroad and is from the Balkans to return here. But first, go like somewhere else, make some money, learn some skill, come back and apply that here, open up a business and start building your empire because that way you're going to help yourself and you're going to help your countrymen and you're going to help your country indefinitely. And also vote for lower taxes. But yeah. How long is the stream planned to be? We can go for another hour and a half. Well, another half an hour. Why not? I feel not going too long for this one. I might do a stream in Israel. So I got a GoPro, but I've tried setting up the stream settings, but I think I need some more equipment for it. But if I can figure it out how to do like streams off my phone data, I think I'll do a stream in Israel. So that might be fun. Like just going around Jerusalem or some other places in Israel and just streaming, you know, I think that would be also a fun idea rather than just doing a video on it. So you can see like the live reaction, live stuff going on and whatnot. Let's see. Plus, play Cheshka Soda. No, I don't think I will. Yes, longer stream. Yeah. When's the next video, man? So this month I'm planning to have 2 videos, hopefully 3. Next one will be either on basically Bosnian history or so you plan to move to the Balkans, which is going to talk about expats here, which I find really interesting. I have a lot of stories about them and whatnot, but yeah. They are an interesting bunch. Like, there's a lot of Canadians, especially who move to the Balkans, which God knows why, but they have very interesting perspectives about it. And Sonia, would you mind just talking as I go to the bathroom real quick? Just like, no? You don't want to?
No.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, here. Let me just solve something real quick. Ooh, wait, I made a mistake. Okay. Listen, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and I need something to go on. My God. Okay, there we go.
Well,
I'll be right back. Oh goddamn. Okay, there you go. Oh no, who made the video? Oh, wait.
no.
Wait. Sorry about the lack of talking.
No.
2 months max Timishara console. Best of luck. Thank you, man. I'll be right back. Just give me a second. Don't worry. Okay, we're back. Ooh-wee. That was a fun break, wasn't it? I apologize to everyone for having to endure The Simpsons, but so I just joined the live and I saw Nick monkeying out. Lovely. Yes, that is what I do. Perfect time to steal his kidneys. Yes, and I agree, man. I agree. And cheers. Where were we though? Opinion on our one and only king and ruler Viktor Orban. Okay, so here, time for an unpopular opinion. I like Orban. listen. So you just turned around as well as soon as I said that. Okay. Let me explain, okay? I know this sounds bad, but let me explain, okay? I think Orban isn't perfect. Do I think he's done some shit for the country? Absolutely, but at the same time, I think he is the best that Hungary has to offer at the moment, considering the opposition is just a shit show. I'm sorry, you have still Gyurcsány, which... Well, not which, but who has been just this shitstorm of a guy ever since that Özöd speech. You have Jobbik and Mi Hazánk, which are basically femboys who rave about Greater Hungary. You have the Green Party, which, like any other Green Party, just a shit show. So, out of all of them, I would much rather have Orban in party than anyone else. I'm just saying. Is he bad with some things that he's done? Absolutely. But I think he's the best that we can have at the moment. So that's my opinion. You can feel free to disagree, but yeah. Do you support Palestine's view on not recognizing Kosovo? I don't think Palestine is influential at all. Listen, I'm sympathetic to Palestine's cause, but I think Palestine's battle is lost at this point. It's sad to say, but it is what it is. Drink and stop talking about Orban. don't go here. You'll get in the camera if you don't want to be seen. Also, think you're not regular. Listen, Klaus Johannes, the Prime Minister of Romania, also an interesting guy. He's not as fun as Orban, but he has his moments. Can you not make that noise, please? Nuclear opinion. I also returned to Hungary from diaspora. Good. I applaud you. No, but that is very smart, because you go abroad, you make some money, and once you make that capital, it has more purchasing value in the country that you came from. And if you reinvest it into a business or something, you can make good bank. So I'm not against you going outside of... why are you doing that? I'm not against you going outside of the Balkans. I implore you, go see the world. Go explore, go experience other cultures, go experience other ways of life. But it's definitely, if you want better for your country, it's a good thing to return and reinvest that money. Yes, Sonia. Yes, dear. Let me finish the live, okay? And then we can have a good time together. Yeah. We need to sing Horty Miklos. Once again, my Hungarian citizen. Yeah, we will. Once again, in my Hungarian citizenship, we'll have a live where I do nothing but sing Horty Miklos. How does that sound? Thoughts on Albanians. Listen, check for the other lives for that. We've literally talked on every single live up until now about Albanians and my thoughts on them. Just go watch one of those and you'll see that it's positive. Believe it. Do you think that one day the exodus of people from the Balkans will stabilize? Yes. And thank you for the super chat. So, I think that the current trend is not going to continue. I think at one point things stabilize. We'll hit a plateau and there will be some normalization of the population. I think over the years more of the diaspora is going to return because once you become a pensioner in the country that you worked in, for example, Germany or the US, you don't earn as much as you'd like, and your bang for your buck is better in the country that you came from. And as this generation of Gastarbeiters becomes older, aka migrant workers gets older, we're going to see more of them come back to the Balkans and whatnot, reinvest and whatnot. And I think that's when we're going to see destabilization of migration occur. The population, I think, is also going to increase, maybe not in the next 50 years, but after that, I would be positive to see a change. But I'm not of the opinion that the Balkans is going to disappear, or Europe for that example. I just think this is a current trend, and things are always in change. So trends that are going on now, I think they're going to be forever, and think they're going to change very soon. Well, not very soon, but very soon in galactic perspectives, you know. So yeah. Let's see. Is Cuckoo found dead rotting in Bakhmut? I have no idea who that is. Thoughts on Transnistria? I actually want to go there. I've watched some videos of some guys doing it. It seems like just another Soviet place, but it seems interesting enough, you know. I check it out. A lot of Americans are moving to the Balkans. Yes, so there is this big movement of Americans and Canadians moving here. Which can you not do that, please? Yeah, so there is this movement of Americans and Canadians moving here. I've noticed it a lot because they think their countries are going to shit, that they're not conservative enough, is all. But from my experience, a lot of the people that move here from those countries basically leave in the 3 months or less. First month, everything's great, but soon enough they kind of realize that they came to a way worse place than it actually thought it was. Population goes through cycles and up, and then there's a down, then there's an up again. Yeah, as Tyrant Soul said, that's how it is. And I just hate the doomerism about it, like, Europe's gonna stop existing, the Balkans are gonna stop existing. No, that's always been the case throughout the history of humankind, that things go up, they go down. Changes are inevitable, and we're gonna see an up again. Maybe not in our lifetimes, but eventually, yeah. The best thing I can say is just do the best you can for yourself, and things will eventually change. Well, will Ulster unify with Ireland? 50% of nationalists and unionists. Why not? Why not? Let's see. Hey, look at chat. Gatsu send you a message. Don't ghost him, bruh. Where was Gatsu? I didn't even see him. Listen, Gatsu and I talk on the daily, and here he is. Okay. Do you think Eastern Europe is being colonized by Canada? My girlfriend is Canadian, and other Canadians have been coming up to the street saying hi to me. The fuck they doing in Tbilisi, Georgia, brah? Yeah, like I said, there's a very weird exodus of Canadians in Eastern Europe as a whole. I just think, I don't know. Now, Canada, I'll start going into my own opinions. Now, Canada isn't the most interesting of countries to live in. The geography sucks. The climate is horrible. It's cold as shit. But the economy is great. Is it better in America? No, but I still think that if you want a good quality of life, you can go to Canada and have that. But I think a lot of Canadians are getting sick of basically this bland option of living, which I don't blame them, and they're moving to the Balkans or Eastern Europe, which is just basically a shit show with white people. And I don't know. I just think, in a sense, they're a bit delusional, thinking that these countries are better, because they're clearly not. And in a couple of months, they realize that they screwed up, and then they go back, or they go to a more prosperous place. But yeah, I will be making a video kind of talking about these delusions that some people have about moving to the Balkans and Eastern Europe de facto. So yeah. Let's see. What is the Serbian dream? Fine, I'll answer that. The Serbian dream is to move to Germany. Simple as. Opinion on bombing in Serbia. Now, let's go back to Balkan politics. Now, the bombing of Serbia is a very divisive topic. I have noticed that a lot of liberals, especially on Twitter, are particularly for it, saying that they committed genocide, they committed ethnic cleansing, blah 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 blah, and that only military and industrial targets were targeted, but that's simply not the case, because a lot of civilian structures were also targeted, and the people who committed the war crimes in the Yugoslav wars were mainly Bosnian Serbs. Now, was Milosevic a saint? Absolutely not. He had horrible policies. He did horrible things, and I think that again, I don't think it was against the UN, even though it was vetoed by Russia and China, but nonetheless, it was illegal, and I think there could have been a better diplomatic solution, and in the end, I think it caused way more harm than it actually benefited, and created this horribly complicated situation of a frozen conflict between Serbia and Kosovo that couldn't come to fruition. So, that's my opinion on it. You're free to disagree, but that's kind of mine. Again, I am a bit biased towards it, but yeah, I have had family and friends who were basically victims of the bombing, so it is what it is. Let's see. What do you think about the BRICS and its recent growth at the start of the Ukrainian war? I don't really have a big opinion about the BRICS. I just know them as like this economic bloc. I know they're quite influential. What I've heard is that they've been on a downslide recently, but I'm not particularly interested in them. If you are, they're a good bunch of countries to research, but just not my forte, really. Will you ever create a Balkan podcast? I've been actually thinking about it. If you'd like it, here, I'll make a post, a poll. And you guys can answer if you'd actually listen to it. I mean, if you guys would be interested in it, I can make some guests come in there, and we could have like a decent podcast talking about life, politics, economics, culture, whatever it is. Views on the war in Ukraine. I'll be honest, I'm 100% on Ukrainian side. So, listen, here's the thing: if you're against Kosovo secession, you cannot be for Russia's intervention in Ukraine. I just think that's kind of bullshit, and you should respect both countries' right to self-determination in that sense. I'm 100% for Ukraine. Russia is doing basically an aggressive war because of their poor demographics and their poor politics. I understand why they're doing it, but I don't agree with it. And I think Russia would be better if they would become a part of the European community in a sense, rather than try and force their own bloc, even though they kind of fell out since the USSR. But eventually I think that they will come to terms with their position in geopolitical powers and geopolitical sense that they are. Virgin is the capital of the world. Hell yeah. What do you think about Chachak being capital of culture?
Where?
Chachak. It's this. So Chachak is this like meme city in Serbia, which basically has almost nothing going on. It has a funny name, and it's, I don't know. It's just a place that exists. Yeah, why not? I think it would be a great meme. Why not? Let's make Chachak the capital of culture. Hell yeah. What states have you visited in America? I visited, I think, a total of 14 states at the moment. So, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Missouri, what's under Missouri? Like Arkansas, I think, Louisiana, Kentucky, Alabama, Florida, California, Illinois, Indiana, New York State, Nevada Airport. What else? Not Wyoming, but that other place that has a bunch of Mormons. That's not Nevada. Not Nevada. I forgot. The place in the north. It has like this weird shape, like a little. It looks like a penis, but it's not. Doesn't matter. But yeah, that place too. Let's see. What do you hate on the? Why do you hate on the new pro-socialists? Listen, I would love to have a debate with a socialist or something, but I just think not just socialism as a whole. Socialism has some good qualities. I just think the whole anti-capitalism is ridiculous and frankly bullshit. A lot of socialists live in a delusion that socialism is going to be a utopia, solves everyone's problems, blah 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 blah. But frankly, history has not shown that to be the case. Can you turn that off, Slav? Thank you. But yeah, you can just turn down the. Can you just turn down the volume? I apologize. But yeah. Let's see. What else? But the places to visit in Serbia. I'm going for 3 weeks next Monday and I have nothing yet planned. So 3 weeks. Okay, so I would recommend doing Novi Sad, Belgrade, Niš. They're the classic three. From then on, you could go to either West or East Serbia. I think East Serbia would be a great time now. So you can go to Golubac, you can go... Love, can you turn off the volume, please? Here, I'll do it for you. There. There you go. I apologize.
I love it.
Yeah, so Golubac and then you can just go down the east. Can you please turn it off? Yeah, I'm sorry. Sonia came from a fun outing and now she's blasting Ukrainian music, so the more you know. But yeah. Best vodka producing country. Poland, absolutely. Is Sonia a good Balkan housewife? Well, yes, she is. She cooks really well. She cleans the house nicely. She's a good little housewife. Yes. Don't show on the camera if you don't want to be seen. There you go. You can see her arm, see? And she's white, you know. What? Now she moved away. She's more white than you. You are gypsy. Sonia being chaotic drunk. Yes, absolutely. So cheers. So yeah, that was like this wine festival in Cluj that she went to. And she just came back and yeah, she's having fun. Timișoara Capitula Culturală started with power outage, classic Romanian craftsmanship. Oh hell yeah. Tatsan Bidogosh, whatever that is, I don't know. Sonia is based. Yes, she is. Cheers. Sonia is great. I love Sonia. Genuinely. I've had some really bad girlfriends in the past, and I think Sonia is... Well, she is the best girlfriend I've ever had. Like, honestly, I think we're gonna get married. Maybe not this year, but next year. So, yeah. We get along great, and she's been definitely one of the best things that's happened to me. Okay, do you want to visit Poland, aka Warsaw, or not? Yes, I will. I will. Listen. Right now, I'm having a bunch of shit that I have to get done with. First Israel trip, and then I have to get done with my university, and I'll do Poland. I promise I'll do Poland eventually. Have you been to Hungarian majority towns in Serbia? I think yesterday I went to Szentendre.
No!
What? What is it, Sonny?
Oh, sorry.
I haven't really actually been to like proper Serbian towns in Hungary. I've been to Santander, and that's about it. Hungary doesn't have a whole lot of Serbian, well, minority population towns, as well, most of Hungarians were basically stuck outside of Hungary, and therefore the ex-minorities of Hungary aren't really anymore minorities. Can you turn that off, please? I don't want to get copyrighted. Thank you. No. I'll get copyrighted. Stop. No, that'll actually get copyrighted and then the stream's out. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's okay. Proposing on the live, Brain Man. I'm not proposing yet.
I'll never be proposed.
Cheers. Oh, wow. There we go, János. Egészségedre, love from Hungary. Ah, thank you. Egészségedre neked is. But yeah, opinion on insurgency in Prešovo Valley. Can you turn it off, please? Listen, it's gonna get copyrighted, please. And it's a stop.
No.
The stream's gonna disappear, Sonia. Please, please.
No, never.
You guys see what I have to live with on a daily basis? No, seriously, turn it off. It's gonna get copyrighted, and it's gonna go down.
Anyways.
It won't. Just turn it off.
You hate me.
Just turn it off. Okay, we're gonna have 8 more minutes of this stream, and then I have to go and take care of my wife. I'm sorry. Wrote a 5K essay in Kosovo War and NATO and USA intervention for a project, and ended up with Kosovo and Serbia. Good job. I'm proud of you. Copywritten, you just lost your stream. Yup. Thank you, Sonia. She the one. You see, she's a good noodle, but today she just had a bit too much wine to drink, and so she's being extra cute. Where can I get that epic jacket? Oh wait, let me just. Sonia, be nice. Let me just. Ooh, yeah. You can actually get it on kupujem.com or .rs. So yeah, the Serbs relate more with Hungarians or Romanians. I think at the moment Hungarians more definitely. The Hungarian and Serbian mindset is very similar, where they both lost a bunch of territory and they're both very much stuck in the past of how things were and former glory. And they're very proud of their own culture and language. So yeah, I think they're extremely similar, more so, even though they have different religions. But the Serbian and Hungarian mindset is very, very similar. What's the state of the Serbian military, and would Serbia ever join NATO in the future? So the Serbian military, Sonia, please, if can you use headphones if anything? You already have them, man. So the Serbian military, I don't think it's still in a pretty good shape, but NATO, I don't think so, at least anytime soon, because of the 99 bombing. So yeah. You forgot about my question on the insurgency in the Prešovo Valley. Okay, fine, I'll go back to it. It failed, it got squashed. What more is there to say about it? It was basically the same as the KLA insurgency, but it just wasn't successful. I would agree on the territorial exchange between Serbia and Kosovo. What? Me? She's having a good time. Crawling on the floor and yelling, "Shut up."
Oh, dude.
What? Origin of your channel mascot. Well, originally the channel mascot was like this German guy, but yeah, I decided to grow because girls are more interesting to look at than guys, so that's why. Also, cheers. Anyways,
Damn.
I think I should call it a day with the stream. I'll be back in 2 or 3 weeks, if not in a week. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave me in the comments on what would you like me to do in the next stream, and I'll do that. My name is Janusz, and you've watched Living Ironically in Europe. Cheers.